this first one. Which graph is it? Let's see, we got square root, we've got quadratic, we've got cubic, we've got cubed root, absolute value. Which one is it? Quadratic. That's a quadratic function because of the squared. That little 2. Then, what's inside? Before we square it, that's what we set equal to 0, and that tells us what? That it shifts how? Left. Shifts left 2. Now, I know a lot of you have probably learned, and it's in your head, oh, well, it's just the opposite. So if it's plus, that means it goes to the left. That's true unless, say, we had a negative here. Then those two things would cancel each other out. So that's why I'm just always going to set what's inside there equal to 0. Okay, then we have the minus 3. The minus 3 is going to shift it how? Down. Okay, now you can pick points and plug in, or you can refer back to...
Teachers, excuse the interruption. If a student does not have a MacBook, refer to your email on how to proceed with this.
Okay, so you could go with this quadratic that I have right here, and with each of those points, we can shift it left 2 and down 3. So like normally it would be at 0, 0. I'm just going to put these points here. This is what the original is. Oops, I'll pretend. So let's shift it. So that means I'm going to count to the left 2 and down 3, right there. I'm going to do that for each point. Left 2, down 3, and so on. Left 2, down 3. So it's the blue one. The green one, I just have it there for reference. I wouldn't put that there every time. But what I've taken is that original graph, and I've taken the whole thing and I've scooted it to the left 2 and down 3. Make sense? All right. Okay, so which parent graph does h of x have? Absolute value. Because it has those straight up and down lines on it. So that means it's going to be a V shape. The minus sign is going to tell us that it's going to reflect how? X. So instead of pointing up, it's going to point down. X minus, or x plus 1, set it equal to 0 because that's in the absolute value. And when I solve that, that's minus 1. So that means we shift left 1. And then the plus 4 means that I shift up 4. Okay, I'm about to run out of time, so there is homework, but we're not going to be able to do it all. So flip over to where your homework starts. It's like it says day 1 and day 2 homework. Looks like this. You should be able to do probably more than this, but I'm just going to stop with 1 through 6, just the graphs. Now that doesn't mean that that's all going to be due tomorrow or anything. Once we get it all assigned, I'll tell you when it's due. We'll take pictures of it and put it on Google Classroom. But for now, you can do 1 through 6, so you can get started on those. That way, if you have questions, we can talk about those things tomorrow. And of course, we'll work on this some more tomorrow. Is that clear? So try numbers 1 through 6. No serious pressure to get it all done tonight. Think of it like a college class. They'll have a few days to get things done.